Hello, welcome traders. Okay, let's get started with DXY. So it's Tuesday and there's potentially two scenarios. Keeping it really simple, we can see that price has dropped to the bottom end in the channel. There is some compression, but this compression on the daily looks a bit strong. There's some indecision on the smaller time frame, so either two things could happen. A break of this channel which will push price down towards the outer structure of this level, or a break of this structure with momentum, and we can see price retest this level, which is in confluence with this resistance. So with DXY, we need to remain patient if we zoom into the 4-hour time frame. So what can we see? Okay, price has compressed. This we can remove now. And if we separate the patterns, we need to remain patient, because right now this is a lot of noise, but there's lots of bearish momentum and there is compression. So it's 50-50 really. This is when you remain patient. So if we separate the pattern now and we focus on what's actually relevant, what can we see? This is what you call pattern separation. We can actually see a bit of a triangle. So now it's painting a bit of a clearer picture. So just by keeping it simple, really all we need is a break of this specific trend line, and we can see price drop down towards the outer structure of the larger pattern in play. Or we could easily just see a break of this trend line to the upside. So right now, keeping it really simple, a break of structure will push price up here, or a break of this support will push price back down to the outer structure of the larger pattern. So that's the powerful way of using pattern separation as an example. So right now with DXY, keeping it, there's some equal highs, here. I'm going to set my alert approximately around here, so I can start to prepare a long potential and also a sell. But trading in the middle is just not worth it if it's 50. So we just need to remain patient. So that's the game plan for DXY. Next on the list is dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen is also something I've been forecasting for a while. What can we see? We can see again there's been strong momentum to the upside. These highs have now been taken out. Price then retested this level, took out this swing low here, the new higher low, and it filled the unfilled level of liquidity. This is very important because we do have this equal low, right? So we have a break and retest and a continuation, and the retest, many traders will be looking to sell this market on a buy limit order, and now they've been taken out, and traders trying to sell the market on the way down have now been taken out to the upside. So this is a clear example of manipulation, but it's something you can forecast in advance. So again, I forecasted a rejection of this level, triggered to the T. Unfortunately, I never took it. And now I'm forecasting this level. So this bank level is the retest of the first bank level. We've taken out previous structure. We've made a new high. If we zoom into the 1-hour time frame, we can see I'm already forecasting a potential double bottom, equal lows, and a rejection of this level. So just to keep it short and simple, I'm expecting on dollar yen a equal lows, below the equal lows, and a rally to the upside to tap the level just above the minus 27% fib, as there's an unfilled level of liquidity just above. So it's really simple on this specific schematic. Next on the list is euro pound. So euro pound have been triggered in. So again, we've got the larger outer structure has been broken to the upside. Everything's bullish. There's momentum, as you can see on the 4-hour time frame. Strong momentum. This is confirming a trend reversal, and we've made a new high. So right now, euro pound is very bullish. And what can we see? We can see these levels that I've forecasted as well. Those compression, rallied, momentum, continuation, retest. All these levels I've been forecasting. Now the problem is I never took some of them simply because it was in a very high area. I wasn't really comfortable with it. and also it just wasn't enough. But now, even though I forecasted all of them and I haven't made a penny, I'm currently I'm currently triggered in this specific entry simply because just above there's some equal highs. So I was looking, I just need to remain patient. It could rally or it could hit my stop loss. If it hit my stop loss, then I'm prepared, but I was happy with the entry simply because there was compression to the downside and a stop hunt and then a continuation. The only issue is the reason this is not a high probability trade like, let's say, dollar yen, is because there hasn't been there's no double bottom here. There's no double bottom here somewhere. So if we, for example, saw something like this, then this would have rallied by now. But for now, we need to remain patient. So you need to grade your trades in terms of its probability. And this is a good trade, but it's not a high probability in my summary. So this is it for Euro Pound. I've been triggered in on the 5-minute time frame. What can we see? The good thing I can take from it is it's taken out these lows here, and it's also taken out this low, which is important. This low here was the main move, was the main rally. You see that? This was the main rally that took out the previous highs with momentum. So I know that this level is going to get taken out eventually. Now it's, everything else is irrelevant. It's just a big complex correction. But the main thing that takes precedence is to take out these lows if there's some level of unfilled liquidity, and even better if there's some level of unfilled liquidity on the smaller time frame, which we do have, and I've already been triggered in. So right now, I just need to remain really, really patient. So that's one of the good things about this trade is it's taking out some lows. And right now, is there any piece of price action that's telling me it's going to reverse? Maybe there could be an inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, right, the head, and potentially the right shoulder. But for now, I need to remain patient. So that's the game plan for Euro Pound. The risk reward is pretty decent. It's a 12er. We look to the left, and there's some unfilled liquidity that I spotted on the smaller time frame. But I really do like the equal highs here. So that's Euro Pound. Next on the list is New Zealand CAD. Okay, New Zealand CAD is looking almost ready. This is something we forecasted. I was expecting some equal highs here. We might not get it, but for now, we think similar. See that something similar is happening here. Something similar is cooking. We've got some equal highs and then a stop hunt. We've got some equal highs and then a stop hunt. The only thing I'm taking into consideration is that, okay, we could get a rejection, take the equal highs here, and then a drop, right? So I am prepared for this. However, the reason I'm not going to set an order is for two reasons. It's because there's already some equal highs here. As you can see, there's some equal highs here. There's lots of unfilled liquidity just above, and there's lots of momentum, as you can see here. So this is when you need to take a step back and rethink your entry. So what am I thinking? Okay, I could take the order just above this equal high like I did over here. The only difference is that on the smaller time frame back here when I took this trade, there wasn't much momentum. It was a bit of a mess. There was some equal highs, and then it just triggered me in. Here now, there's lots of momentum, so I'm not really feeling confident about it. Like I say, how does price approach your order? Does it approach it impulsively or correctively? Right now, this is pretty impulsive for my liking here. Pretty impulsive. I'm not really interested in it. So what I'm going to do as a plan B is, okay, we've got some equal highs here. Instead of taking this trade here, I'll rather wait for confirmation. So what do I mean by that? Okay, if we get a rejection of this specific liquidity level, then if we get a rejection, then I'm going to be waiting for either a breakout structure or some equal highs. So, okay, we've got the rejection. If the pullback now, if I see something like this and I see some equal highs, I'll look for some liquidity and then I can get involved. So this is something I'll most likely get involved in. So either this entry here, or we could get a rejection of this level, a drop. Maybe we won't get the equal highs and we might just get a breakout structure. If we get a breakout structure, then I look to get involved on either an unfilled liquidity level here or just above here, and then a continuation to the downside. So this is when you need to wait for confirmation. So that's plan A, there's plan B. What else is there? There's also this specific entry is okay, that's plan A, but then what about these levels here above these equal highs? Again, I'll be waiting for the same thing on either this specific schematic or this one. I'll be waiting on this specific schematic here. Unless price decelerates above these equal highs, then I consider order comfortably. But again, it's a little bit too impulsive for my liking. So that's the game plan for New Zealand CAD. In terms of take profit, I'll be looking to take profit at TP1, which is here. I can get a pretty decent risk reward. In terms of a long-term target, I mean, this trade is drop for a very long time. As you can see, it's broken out this large pattern since May last year. There's momentum, there's a big flag here, then an even bigger flag here. So there's a 90% chance of price coming all the way down here. This is why I want to get involved. So I've capitalized on this move. I took profit a little bit too early. Obviously I could have held it, but lesson learned. I should have had 2 entries on that occasion. And I'm looking to get involved in this trade, but I'm also aware there is news, so I do want to get in before the news. So that's the game plan for New Zealand CAD. Okay, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's live stream. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.